pleasure speaking with you.
You too,
When I
Tyler.
was growing up, it used to be the coolest thing to be part of a metal band. And obviously, times have changed and it's not really like the end thing anymore. So, what inspired you to, base it around a metal band and kind of have these outcasts, be drawn to it?
Well, it's really funny that you mentioned that because, first of all, the guitar that I'm looking at behind you, I'm looking at the exact same fretboard when I point over there. The guitar from well, sorry, never mind. That's because it is the guitar that I'm looking at. Anyway, uh, uh, the what it's really, I think it's interesting because, like you mentioned, that it's not as much of a thing as it was 10, 15 years ago, definitely. And I think it kind of helps the film because, as you said, it's a film about some kids who are outcasts, who are very much outside the mainstream. And I think the farther the music has drifted from the mainstream, the more it has helped make sense of that at the core of the movie, if that makes any sense. Like I believe that Hunter, that the kid behind you the only would be the only kid who looks like that in his high school. Like 20 years ago, he wouldn't have been the only kid in his high school who looked like that. But today, I believe it.
Yeah, and the film posits this question, what is metal, multiple times throughout, and we
Mm.
get a couple different answers. When you think about metal, how would you define it?
That's a really good question. I mean, I think I think metal in its, at least as it is used in the movie, is a way that kids who don't feel empowered find a way to feel strong and confident and find the courage to face the world and to face the obstacles that are in front of them. I think that it gives Kevin especially a sense of purpose, right? I think he's a kid who's kind of drifting until he finds this music that helps lock him into a track. And once he gets locked into that track, he actually realizes that he's like really good at something. He's a kid who never really thought of himself as being really good at anything. And he finds out that against all expectations, he's really good at this. And that changes the way he sees himself and the way he sees the people around him.
The film is dripping with, metal references, Metallica, Iron Maiden, even Goblin Cock gets a mention. Who are some of your favorite metal bands?
I mean, yeah, but obviously like Metallica and Iron Maiden and Judas Priest, Pantera, and newer bands like Mastodon and Anthrax, and I kind of go all over the map with that stuff. I love so much of it that we'd be here for a long time saying names of bands, which probably might not be that interesting to your listeners. But yeah, I'd say that it's a pretty wide range of the genre that I've always been really into.
And then my last question, what did it mean for you to get, metal royalty, Scotty and Kirk Hammett, Rob Halford, Tom Morello, all in this film?
It was just throwing yourself like kind of Wayne's World, I'm not worthy, like prostrate on the floor, arms outstretched, like please, please, please be a part of this love letter to the music that you guys created, and I will always be grateful to all of them for agreeing to be a part of it.